But can you just tell me more on what are the gaps it's trying to fill or address, and how are you going to do it?
Yeah. So this idea behind the center is really to basically in India today. I just spoke to the dean and I spoke to some other people in Delhi. The entire focus on solving problems in technology has become from fundamental. I spoke about Aryabhatta and about Brahmagupta, but even back in the day, C.V. Raman and all these people, the great Srinivasa Raman, they were solving fundamental problems. Today, the focus in IIT and everywhere, especially with pressure from the various governments, is solve the problems of the Kisan and all, which all we have to solve. I'm not going to say no. Very important to solve the problems of the Indian citizens and all of that. But also, we need to solve the great problems of the world the way we used to. We used to do it, right? We had the greatest minds in these topics. I already mentioned it. So the idea behind the center is to refocus attention on the fundamental problems rather than the applied problems of how can we build a better system for Kisan to water the plants or create solar energy. That's different. That also is important, but that's not what I wanted. That's what I'm trying to do.
So the center is already there, or you're going to rename the center?
It is a brand new center. I funded it in December 2025. Shweta Agarwal is named the head of the center. For 3 months now, she already started work because the money went in December, and now it's been 3 months. So the center is now named after me, but it's really brand new.
Yeah. So what is the commitment you are giving to IIT?
It's in the tens of crores, but I don't know if they allow me to tell the exact number. IIT may not like it, but obviously it's going to be in the several tens of crores.
But the center will take the students only from IIT or other institutes also?
It is a center for collaboration across India. So we will get in. So the faculty or the head of it is going to be in IIT Madras, but the scholars who collaborate, come for conferences, we pay for everything, and will be from all over India.
As you said, there is no lack of talent in India.
No lack.
So, but obviously we are not in the top 100.
Top 100, yeah.
So what is lacking? So what is this center is predominantly going to do on?
Correct. Very good question. So when you look at the ranking, they need not just students or faculty, but they need the solution of the world's challenging problems. Not just India's, but the world's challenge. And the work has to be not just applied, but also fundamental. Okay, so this center, at least in computer science, is funding the scholars to not just, because if you just rely on government funding for your projects, or even from CSR and all, they want you to solve problems that are very applied, but that will not lift you in the ranking. This is back to how we used to be. When IISc was founded by C.V. Raman and so on, how we used to be. The world looked up to him. Raman was the equal of the world's greatest scientists. That emphasis went away over a period of time because we became much more applied, and then your ranking falls. And now, to put us back in the map, we want to compete with the best. We have the people to do it, but they don't have to worry about getting financing from others and things like that. This will take care of them. All they have to do is concentrate on the work.
Chennai has already got the Indian Institute of Mathematical Science, Institute of Mathematical Science. How will it be different from?
Yeah, so they're all collaborating. Actually, the head of that, the head of that is my cousin.
Mukundan.
Yes, sir. Madhavan Mukundan. He's coming today. So we are going to collaborate with him also. Like I said, only the money went to IIT, but the money doesn't stay in IIT. The endowment is at IIT. The money that they have, the budget, they intend to, it's all collaboration to make it happen. It's important that,
It's only for research PhD students?
Everybody.
UG students also?
Yes, everybody. UG, PG, PhD, and also postdoc.
What will be scope for the students in future?
Scope.
Scope for these
Scope, first of all, nobody has to only be in this one field. You work in this field and other fields. So if you want to earn money in some kind of a job in an industry, this is not a primary thing, but it's for your curiosity.
Yes.
Just like you read a book at home, that is not for the job, it is more for your intellectual curiosity. So that's the idea. I believe that the great people can do more than one thing. Yes, on the one hand, even me too. I did a Wall Street job trying to earn a living, but I never gave up my curiosity.
How's IQ? You have an office in Chennai also?
No, we right now, eventually. Right now we only have 40 people. Most of them are local PhDs in America, and we are trying to use them to build the system, but eventually it's going to spread everywhere.
Actually, you are a student of IIT and you are expertise in mathematics. How do you choose to real estate?
Good one.
Excellent question.
Mathematics is useful.
Actually, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back next year. I've written a book about my life and how it happened, and that book I think will be published in India next year. So I'll come back and we'll have another press conference, and I want to tell you about my life there. So, but I'm going to save that little bit, because once I release it, nobody will buy my book.
Real estate also is to do with mathematics.
How the IIT Madras education mathematics used in your field, real estate and then reselling and selling and calculation?
How does it apply?
Yeah.
So, well, you can use mathematics. There's a lot of data these days, especially in the US. All houses, everything is recorded. We have a lot of data on houses, on creating the cost of repairs, the cost of all of the data is there. So to create the world's best model, AI model or whatever, to figure out what the prices are, the costs are, you do need some mathematics. However, going back to what this gentleman just asked, mathematics is part of my curiosity. I love mathematics as a curiosity, but I'm also capable of building businesses in real estate and other things. So that's the idea. I love building business too, by the way. Actually, that is equally challenging.
Yes.